Welcome back, everyone, to Piney Plays the Burglar. We are back here in Aylworth, waiting to finally speak with Aylmer. Hello, sir.
I am pleased to make your acquaintance, my friend.
And I am not wrong in my guess that you are of the race of the halflings called hobbits? Oh, yours is the second party I've encountered who sought the Uruks, Petronella, and it was they who told me of hobbits. To you I say what I said to them. The Uruks have all been destroyed, and I saw no signs of any other living thing at the site. The man was Aragorn, son of Arathorn, and his companions were a dwarf Gimli, glowing sun, and an elf called Legolas. You are not one of the halflings they sought, are you? Ah, a shame! They were distraught at their loss. Speak to my man Ealthane, if you would hear more of these travelers on your or their prey. All right, fine. And here we go. Tell me about the encounter. They seemed to spring out of the grass as if from nowhere. Some elven magic, I thought. And indeed, one of them was an elf. A dwarf and a man was there also, but no man of Rohan was he. They hunted orcs in Theoden's king's land, and not at his command. Indeed, even Aylmer, my captain, hunts orcs without leave of the king. But he is the king's own kin, and will rule in Rohan some day. These others made bold claims, but I do not know the truth of them. Aylmer let them go, that they might seek their lost companions, but only on the condition that they return to present themselves to the king of Adoras. This they swore to do. Right? Yeah, they were in need of haste at the time. So talk about Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli. All right, I already know who they are. How about the Uruks? Aylmer rode north without the king's leave to hunt the Uruks. Scouts have reported them coming down to the west wall some days before, and we caught up with them at the very edge of Fangorn. They were thoroughly, utterly destroyed, and we saw no sign of the friends Aragorn and his companions sought. I see, or at least you didn't see, apparently. Very well, let's continue the quest then.
If Aylmer, my commander, wishes me to answer your questions, I will do so.
Ask what you will hear my answers. Whether they give you joy or sadness is no concern of mine. Well, I've already asked the questions.
The three hunters lived when I left them.
No Uruks escaped the circle of my riders, but it is possible your friends may have escaped before we closed in. It is a small chance, but it is what Aragorn hoped for, and perhaps his hope was more than hope, and there was truth in it. Perhaps, but Aylmer's son put stock in cold steel and sunlight on the plains. Without some unlikely Dwemer craft, I fear the halfling friends Aragorn sought met a sad end. The three hunters, however, lived when I left them. All right.
My men caught up with the Uruks just outside the eaves of Fangorn.
Yes, that's to the northwest. Their letter, their leader, a fierce Udruk, whose name seemed to be Ugluk, if the panicked words of his fellows can be trusted, dismounted and fought me blade to blade. I proved the better swordsman, to the pride of Ailman and the shame of whatever disgusting lout claimed to sire Ugluth. Ride to the site and look for the signs of your missing friends, or Aragorn and his two companions. If my men and I are still here when you return, you're welcome to ride south with us to Adoras. All right, fine. Find Aylmer's vengeance northwest of Aylworth. That will be down this way, I think. If you recall from last time, I am also sent out to speak with Thane Wolfrid at Thornehope. So perhaps I will do that first before heading over to Aomer's Vengeance. And I also need to kill a couple of orcs along the way. Because some pop-up quest, of course. There you go. I'll take care of a couple of them. Let's see. I am still heading over this way. And the other thing that I need to do, in addition to speaking with the folks over at Thornehope, is to... I think that's Thornehope up ahead. Is, of course, to tag... I believe there's a stable master or something like that up this way. Oops. That's not where I wanted to go. Ah! This is where I wanted to go. I wanted to reach this tower here. Actually, might as well take care of this guy while I'm at it. Whee! Then I could take care of the tower. Four down. Ah, yeah. Stable master.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
Let's see, should I have a... It's a good question. See, there I have Aworth and Claving. Yeah. I don't think I need Claving at the moment. That might be a little bit redundant, but that's what I'll do for now. Now, head over to Thornehope. Ah, hello there.
What brings you to these lands?
The man before you seems disoriented and more than half mad. His garments are torn and bloody, testaments to the battle which occurred in the city of Thornehope. What? Who?
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
There's a wild look in Thane Barenot's eyes as he speaks. Shh! Be silent! They will hear. The forest, it's watching. The trees have eyes. Deep, deep eyes. Full of sorrow. If we are not careful, it will come. Do you not see the eyes? Okay. I'll go and check for the eyes in the forest. Now let's see if we could find those eyes. You see nothing but trees without eyes. But we all know that there's such thing as horns and even ints, so there's always a possibility of one of those, and it looks like the reek of the burning rises still from the site where Éomer destroyed the Uruks. It looks like we found Éomer's Vengeance, and there are many dead Uruks here. Quite a number of them. Well, let's see. Anything here that's useful? Any clues? Well, this looks like Ugluk's. You stare at defeated Ugluk and wonder if Boromir rests comfortably from wherever it is he watches, now that the leader of the band that set upon him is no more. Oh, wait a moment, what's this? Oh, no, that's Ugluk. I mean this. Confused footprints. You find a great deal of footprints in the chaos that seems to go nowhere. Alright. Anything else? Oh. Hmm. More footprints? Yeah. You find a great deal of footprints. Yeah, alright. Yes. Alright, let's see if we could talk to Cord and see if he has any clue in the matter.
What does Horn think?
You,
Will he dare the forest of Fangorn?
you say that some of those tracks led toward Fangorn? They are likely not those of the halflings, for Eomer was certain that no one left the site of the battle without his knowledge. They may then be the tracks of Aragorn, Legolas, or Gimli that brought them toward Fangorn. Hmm. What does Horn think? Will he dare the force of Fangorn? I will go, and gladly, but he has expressed worry about such places before. He doesn't like forests?
I see how Coradon looks at me. He thinks I fear to go into Fangorn.
I went into another ill-omened wood with you not long ago, Petronella. Do you remember? There I took a grievous wound, an injury from which I'll never recover, nor would I wish to heal that hurt. I will follow you into Fangorn. What can be done to me that I should fear? Well,
If we cannot help our friends directly, let us help them indirectly.
my father told me his men had heard orc axes beneath the eaves of Fangorn. There must be a camp of the creatures somewhere to the north of here, among the trees. That is the way the tracks go, are it not? We should go to this camp of orcs and slay them. While we do, let us keep our eyes open for your friends. If we cannot help them directly, perhaps this will help them in an indirect fashion. Alright then, defeat orcs beneath the eaves of Fangorn. Alright, so that means into the woods. I think I'll try a little experiment here. We have this Fangorn horn here that just ignores me while I'm disguised as an orc. Well, yeah. That was just a silly little experiment there because I was thinking the last thing that a horn will do would be ignoring an orc, I would think. It just doesn't make sense. Unfortunately, the algorithm doesn't know that. I guess the disguise it shows is generic anyway. Perhaps you disguise yourself as a tree when you are in Fangorn? I think I see a camp up ahead. I also see an orc. Hey, does he have anything on him? I failed to burgle any items. Oh well. And lousy die rolls too, if I saw that properly. Yeah, rolling ones! One down. 8 to go. Next! Hey, give me your stuff! Eastman Atlas Essence. Well, I suppose I should expect something like that. Now, what he's doing with Atlas Essence, I have absolutely no idea, but that's an entirely different matter. Let's grab this one. Actually, maybe I could even throw some reveal weakness in here. I need to remember how to play this because I haven't played the Burglar and... Wait, let's see. I know I had a... Well, when the Stout Axes came out, I obviously hadn't done much then. I think I might have done a little bit extra. Trying to get caught up on the Legendary server side. So I think I might have gone a couple of months. without any play here, so let's see how well I can remember. Whee! One of the reasons why completed a summoned to Hootbold. Oh, funnity fun. Not too sure what I want to do about that. Actually, it's probably not an ideal thing to try on this character, Hootbold. Now, I'll probably do it on my completionist Warden, of course, because that is just would be part of the complete Pineleaf. But I don't think it'll go very well with this character. There you go. A moment there, I was wondering, hey, is anything going to happen there? How am I doing? Oh, this is 5, and just 2 more to go. 1 more to go. Surprise! And after this, I get to speak with Gordon, right? You hear a voice coming from a misty hollow south of the Orc camp. Well, didn't sound like Gordon. So let's see who's down there. Oh, I presume the letter is relating to Hootbold. Ah, an int. Yeah, a summon to Hootbold, a letter, Fostered on subject of Hootbold. I think they want me to go to Hootbold. Well, if I need a little extra XP, I could always do some of that. Hello? The great creature stares down at you with baleful eyes. Then it speaks again. What are these small creatures that come among the trees? So many, so many. Whom? But Gandalf saw to the elf, the man, and the dwarf. Treebeard has his guests, and others come among the trees. Baldbark was told not to let others disturb the meetings. Room, boom, broom. You are like Treebeard's guests, so small. Room. You should leave. It is not time for you. Room. Great. Well, I'm small like Treebeard's guests. So, I will presume then that Treebeard's guests are hobbits. Which means that, oh, that's where our hobbits went. Of course, I know the story, and I know that, but I am just seeing what I could conclude from the information I was given. Now, if you're a different race, of course, you wouldn't be told that you look a lot like Treebeard's guests. I forgot what you're told in that case. Oh well. Back to Amber's vengeance here. We don't want to alarm them. Hello, Oh, anyway, I found our tree with eyes, I guess. Right. I saw a horn there, and I saw an int there. All right, that's probably what the thing saw.
I did not dare to hope the tree herder still walked in Middle-earth.
It's a day for wonders, Petronella. Mithrandir lives, as you say, and he has returned to where he is most needed. A kingdom beset by all sides by danger. If Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli are not safe with Mithrandir, they're not They will not be safe anywhere. And the second wonder, I did not dare to hope the herders still walked in Middle Earth. But today I have met an Ent, heard his speech, and was told in no uncertain terms I was not welcome. What a delight! As to leave his forest by an end. Did you say his name was Baldbark? Well, then I will call him Ruthried in the language of my people, and I will keep this encounter near to my heart. You're crazy, aren't you? Just a little bit crazy. Oh, this is... That's a pretty decent set of armor there. Okay, I'll take... I assume that this is... 270 vitality. Oh, this gives 270 less vitality, more critical, and more physical mastery. I'll take the finesse.
Let us return to Eoworth and see if Eomer remains there with his men.
Ruthie's words were reassuring, were they not? He told us, in his way, that Merry and Pippin were safely in the company of Treebeard, who can only be an Ent. And the man, dwarf, and elf of which he spoke must be Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas. If they are now in the presence of Mithrandir, surely we need worry about them no longer. Let's return to Eoworth and see if Eomer remains there with his men. Horn wished to be off immediately. We should speak with him when we are back at Eoworth. Well, okay, but I think I have a few things to do back in Thornehope first. What will you find in Thornehope? We have to find that out in the next episode of Piney Plays The Burglar.